Good day, everyone. Welcome to the TKC Bible Reading Challenge powered by Grace Bible Mission. I am Bright. Together with me, we have
Orelua,
and we are going to be reading the book of Numbers.
7 to 8. Today we would actually be talking about quite a number of things from that chapter 7 and chapter 8. So from chapter 7, we'll be seeing how consistent God was about the sacrifices that were brought unto him. It also showed equality in the sacrifices being brought. We'll be seeing that. So we'll also be seeing the reward for the Levites, those working in the temple of the Lord. We'll be seeing what their reward is, what God has for them. We'll be seeing the different types of offerings too. That's quite a lot. We'll be seeing burnt offering,
peace offering, sin offering,
grain offering, a lot of offerings that you need to read about too. Also, you'll be seeing a lot of things about purifying, especially from that verse, chapter 8 rather.
Chapter 8.
How you have to purify yourself as Levites. How you have to exhibit holiness. God is holy. Everything he does is holy. So you yourself, you must be holy if you want to work for him. You'll be seeing how God is also particular about cleanliness. Then we saw the aspect of, if you want to walk in the vineyard of God, your age range, how old you have to be, how old you have to retire. So this will be bringing about a lot of questions into our mind that, okay, there's an age range to walk in God's vineyard.
Yes, exactly. So from that number 7, don't think there is something about the consistency, about the kind of sacrifices, the quality of sacrifices, the quantity of sacrifices they offer to God. So there's no inferiority, there's no superiority. Every one of them are equal before God. So they have to bring the same kind of sacrifice before God. So this is telling us that we are the same before God as children of God.
Actually.
It's not like in terms of his love for us, or in terms of we being his children, we carry the same weight in the heart of God.
Yeah.
So we are
all equal.
We are all equal.
Yes.
We are all equal.
There's nobody greater, there's nobody lower.
Yes, there's nobody greater.
And that could be seen in the number of oxes that were brought,
there's
number
consistency
of silver,
in the quality and the quantity of the offerings that are being offered. So each of the tribe offered the same set of offerings. It's in terms of numbers, in terms of what they offered, it's the same thing, consistency. So
so we'll be talking about the reward. There was actually a reward for the Levites. What do you think about that?
The
definitely
reward. Okay, so the reward for the Levites is their service to God actually. So now the purpose of the Levites is to offer. They are consecrated unto God. So now these offerings that are being brought by the people are to be offered. So part of those offerings are to go to
the Levites.
But
then do you think most people think pastors are pastors, how do they get
how do they get their
God?
money?
How do they feed and all like that? So this also shows and gives us an example of how we should give back to our leaders. Because they're also human beings. They need to feed, they need to do some things, they need to take care of their families and all. So even as followers of Christ, we should learn
how to give
to our leaders. It will also help them, help their ministry and all like that too.
Because that is their service. That's their work.
Yes.
Their work is service to God. And it is when they work, they're able to gain from what they're working on. So now, part of the gain, or let's say the reward of their service to God, is these offerings. So is this offering. So we need to appreciate aside the tithe and other things, there's this aspect of giving, willingly giving into our leaders in the Christendom.
They're working for us, they're working for God. So we should learn to give to our leaders. But then that brings us to the chapter 8. Talks about after being set apart, living a life of purity. God also wants you to purify yourselves. We're talking about how you have to purify yourself for the work of God, because
Levites.
God is a holy man.
He's a holy God.
He
So
detests uncleanness. So they were the passage was talking about how you have to wash your clothes.
He's talking about physical cleanliness.
Yes. So and the physical cleanliness also proceeds into the spiritual aspect too.
Yes. So
And God is a spirit, is a physical being in as much as he's a spiritual being. So we keeping ourselves spiritually clean also makes us
there's this closeness that it brings to God, because God doesn't want to build on cleanliness. So
Yeah.
if we as is like our spiritual life is full of infirmities, there is this bridge that is going to bring between us and God, because God doesn't want to build on cleanliness.
he
So
detests uncleanliness
uncleanness.
actually. He's
So
a holy man.
yeah, so we
And
have to purify ourselves.
he does not stay in an unclean place
Yes,
at
exactly.
all. Because
Even
our God is God
even
is,
for physical environment.
if God were to be a man, I'm sure he would be a very top-notch clean guy.
Yes, cleanliness. God actually adores cleanliness,
So
because
we ourselves, we should be clean.
we need to be clean. That is why these Levites are to be clean, because their service is to God. They are always serving God. So, and God does not want uncleanness. So they have to wash themselves. They have to purify themselves, because God is God of cleanliness.
Yes,
So
he's very
it doesn't build infirmities.
Okay, so now I also saw something in the later part of chapter 8. No, it was talking about how there is a time range for working in the vineyard of God. You have to
Yes, yeah.
you have to come in at the age of
25
25 and
years.
retire at the age of 50. What do you think about this? And also, even after retiring, you don't have to do anything. You just have to assist.
Yes,
What do you think
assist.
about this, Bright?
Okay, so I think for this 25 coming into the service of God at the age of 25 is talking about the need for vibrancy, because at the age of 25 you understand that a person is actually very vibrant. The person is in their youth stage, and that is when they work perfectly best for God, because they have the strength to go through a lot of physical things, vigorosities. Yeah. So now, and as the person peaks towards the age of 50, the strength beginning to wane. It begins to wane. So we understand that the person might not be able to perform fully to the full extent in which God wants them to perform.
Yes.
So they have to retire. But this retirement doesn't mean they are stopping their service.
They can still assist.
Yeah, they are assisting. They are still in the service of God. They are not just actively working. They are not just actively working, but they are still there.
And this also means something, right? Because even after they've retired, they can still assist. And this also brings about helping others grow.
Yes,
bringing about new leaders.
Yes.
You've retired and you are not expected to work, but just assist with those that are coming.
You can put people through.
Yes.
Like you just serve as a mentor because you've experienced those things, you've gone through those phases. So you don't want people to repeat maybe certain errors that you've done, or maybe errors that you've gone through. So you have to correct it from those people that are coming behind you. So
it also helps in effective leadership.
Yes, effective leadership.
All right. So I hope we've been able to get quite a number of things from this episode, and we'll be hoping to see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. So in the next episode, we'll just give you a little hint of what's going to be happening. There'll be Passover. We'll be talking about the Passover, the cloud, feast, and the fire.
Yes, and the making of trumpets, the calling, how the sound of trumpet signifies certain things. When the trumpet sounds once, it signifies something. When it sounds twice, it signifies something.
Also, complain. This was where the people started to complain, like the Israelites, they were complaining. So stay tuned, and we'll be seeing you in the next episode. Bye. The grace and the love of the Lord be with you.
Bye.
See you next time.